I don't have a lot of students because I don't take newbies. I saw everybody selling their lifetime courses for like $50, $100.
Yes.
But my lifetime course is way above all that.
How much are you selling your lifetime courses?
$8,000. I want to build my own brand, and I don't want to build it like some grass to grace story. Not everybody have to have grass to grace story. I don't have grass to grace story. I only have one Nigerian student, and that Nigerian is living in South Africa. I went to South Africa first, but then the way those boys trade over there, it's like probably they steal the money or something. they can have $1 million right now and blow it in like 1 second or 1 minute. So I once held gold for like 3 months before, and recently I've been holding GU now for, this is the 7th week.
So what's like the biggest money you've made as a trader?
In 3 months, we grew $200,000 to $1.4 million.
What's the longest you've held a trade?
I think 5 months.
5 months.
I see people catching 20 pips and I'm like, nah.
Exactly.
I would rather not check my phone. I can go do something else.
I am going to enjoy this episode. So what's your name? Let's start from there.
My name is Samuel Ajayi.
Samuel Ajayi, obviously, you're Nigerian.
Yes.
Now I can say you're Nigerian.
I'm from Ekiti State, but I was born in Lagos.
You're born in Lagos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That means you grew up in Lagos, yeah?
Yes.
All right, that makes sense. So Samuel Ajayi, how did Forex happen? How did all of this? Where did we even get? How did we come here?
It's not a long story.
Okay.
But Forex happened when I was in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
And that was like 2017 stroke 2018. 2017, I didn't take it serious.
Okay.
But 2018, I took it serious after I met my wife.
Wow. Yeah. I like where the story is already going. I'm going to enjoy this episode. So, you already moved to Kenya.
Yes.
Why was that?
After school, because here in Nigeria, I studied economics. And for me, I've always said I'm never going to work for anyone. So with the hopes of learning how to trade Bitcoin, I went to South Africa first. But then the way those boys trade over there, it's like probably they steal the money or something.
Okay.
Because they can have $1 million right now and blow it in like 1 second or 1 minute. And I didn't want that kind of trading. So I was looking for more opportunities, like who's going to teach me? How should I even start? So after spending like few months in South Africa, I came back to Nigeria.
Okay.
And I think I stayed for like 3 weeks. And then I got my visa to Kenya. And then I went to Kenya. So when I was in Kenya, I think I finished all the money I traveled with. And then I met my wife. And then she was like, okay, she knows this broker. It was called XM. I'm like, XM. And then she said, you can start with $30 of XM. I'm like, okay, let's do that. And then we did the $30. We blew it in that day.
Obviously. As expected.
And then we kept pushing. We couldn't get a mentor instantly. So we did a few search online. And then I came across a guy called Qbanks.
Yeah.
Before Qbanks, I think we came across 2 guys, the AstroFX guys.
Okay.
So we watched some of their videos on YouTube, and I was like, damn, this is the lifestyle. That's what I want. And then we just took it like 100. This is the way out. This is what we're doing.
So you just saw those guys. Did you reach out to them for mentorship and all of that?
No, I was just watching their YouTube videos, watching their lifestyle. And then when I found Qbanks, I watched Qbanks' video about Fibonacci, and I think I still use it up till now. So
wow.
I studied that video about Fibonacci. We studied it together. And then I decided to open FXCM. When I opened FXCM, I deposited one of the last catch on me, which was like $100.
What year was this?
I think that was early 2018, right? Yeah, early 2018, like January, February 2018. And then before you know it, I left trades running. I didn't know.
I mean, your wife was already saying you build everything.
I left trades running. I didn't know anything about lot size. And then I went to sleep. When I woke up, I just saw my MT4 was blue. I don't know what, I thought it was node or something. I didn't know everything was gone.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it started. When I lost that $100, I was like, nah, I have to learn this thing. I have to. So that's how it all started. It was supposed to start in South Africa, but it didn't go through. But eventually, I started the whole journey in Kenya.
Okay. Yeah. So when you blew that $100 account, that one that looked like this was supposed to be it,
Yeah.
right? Now you're starting to learn again.
Yeah.
What was the process like? Who do you reach out to? How do you now start learning?
I reached out to a guy in IML. I don't know if you...
IML.
Yeah.
Don't think
IML. His name was Juan. So he actually taught me about how to use MT4 properly, lot size, buy stops, sell things, and all those stuffs. And then actually the guy himself, he quit trading.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He quit trading. He went into music. So he's the one that taught me how to use MT4 properly. But nobody ever taught me how to do technical analysis. I think I just watched the videos on that and...
On YouTube.
Yeah. And we lost a lot of money learning it.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're self-taught, you're going to lose. You practically learning from experience at that point.
So everything I learned from experience. How
long did it take you to now say, oh, I can say I'm profitable now? How long from your learning to where you are?
I think it took us like 1 year.
1 year of steady learning?
Yeah, 1 year.
So in between, what were you doing to sustain yourself in between while you were learning, losing money? How were you feeding? How were you putting food on the table, basically?
Some money was coming from daddy's money and some money was coming from my wife. She was just helping me out. So she used to have a job back then. It was, she was working for an NGO. So she used to go in the morning. While I stay at home, I study. Then when she get back in the evening, I tell her everything I've studied. So she was like my first student. Everything I learned during the day, I download this for her in the evening.
I love this love story. I love.
So that's how I learned, basically.
Yeah, I like it. So when did you realize that, oh, I think this Forex thing is actually for me?
I think I realized it even before I made my first travel to Nigeria, because there were some videos I was seeing online. It was really enticing me, but I didn't really find a mentor in Nigeria. I tried to do 1 or 2 Bitcoin trading with my brother, but we flopped. And then I was like, okay, let me go meet the South African boys. Like, find somebody to teach me. And then it's flopped. But before I started, I knew this was what I was doing.
It's always been there.
It's always been there.
Wow. So do you come from a lot of money? Like,
nah, just middle class kind of.
Middle class?
Yeah.
I mean, because you, like you said, you had money to travel to South Africa to go expose yourself.
Yeah.
That requires money.
Yeah.
So that money has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Come from family, right?
Yeah.
But that means you came from money.
We didn't say it came from money, but I don't think so.
I mean, if you can afford to travel.
I don't think so, because back then, Dad only had 3 cars. I know people that had more than 10 cars. So that was...
And I also know people that didn't have any car at all. So we can say you came from money. Maybe not as much, but you were comfortable.
Yeah, we were very comfortable.
Very comfortable. So what would you say like it's your biggest loss in the market?
About 20,000.
20,000.
More than that, but
that's huge. Sometimes I wonder, how do you guys have mind to lose $20,000? And did you quit at any point? Was there a point where you said, I'm not doing this thing again, I'm done with this, let me go? And
instead of quitting, I think I was so hungry, I smashed the iPad I was using.
That's you creating more debt for yourself. That's the worst decision, because I mean, you're losing money, you're also still losing money by breaking your iPad.
I know it's not the best decision, but
yeah,
I was very pissed, because what happened was we had a flight. and I was trading gold.
Okay.
All positions were in profit, but then our flight date was an NFP day.
Oh.
And then we was in flight. By the time we were landing, it was like 3 hours flight.
Could not do anything.
By the time we was landing, 20K is now 500. I just smashed the iPad and then I kept walking. I was in the terminal, by the way.
I think I understand why you need to smash the iPad. I think I can justify that anger.
The whole goal was to go and flex with the profit.
Yeah.
And I should have closed some profits, but I was like, nah, I had enough lot size to make me like triple the account. And then I just left it running, but then just wiped me out.
So, wow, that's crazy. So that means there've never been a point where you said, oh, this thing, because why I'm asking this is because there's a lot of persons when they actually hit like their major loss, the next thing they think of is Forex is not for me, let's just quit this thing, probably go and get a day job and all of those things. I mean, I've been there. I would like to say I think I have been there for the longest right now, because I used to trade and something happened, hit a major loss, and I'm like, not doing this thing again. Let me focus on other things that's actually bringing the money, because it doesn't make sense that you're bringing money from this angle, you're losing it at this angle.
True.
Nobody would want to. That is not a good risk to reward.
Yeah.
So, but it makes sense that even when you have lost money, you still want to come back and do this thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is going to bring us to the next question. Like, what do you think is the biggest mistake newbie traders make? People just getting into this space, what do you think is their biggest mistake that you've been seeing?
Not having a daily target loss, like not setting a target for their loss on a daily basis. Because I've made that mistakes a lot of time. It's not about whether the chart is favoring you or not. You have to set a limit for yourself, like, okay, I want to lose $500 today, and that's it. And once you lose that $500, just close your laptop, close your phone, probably go to one HA, go have dinner or something.
Now, that is easy to see for someone with like what, $1,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
A newbie with $100, how will he set something like that? How will he have like a daily target with a $100 account, which is what, if we're being honest, the majority of newbie traders are within the range of 100 below, right, in their portfolio.
Yes.
So how would that person set that kind of targets?
If they are comfortable with making $10 per day, then yeah, they can set a target. But personally, I don't have a lot of students because I don't take newbies. Because even what kept me afloat when I was abroad was I saw everybody selling their lifetime courses for like $50, $100.
Yes. We're actually going to get there, well.
But my lifetime course is way, way above all that. And I tried to only take in experienced traders.
How much are you selling your lifetime courses?
$8,000.
$8,000. Now that makes sense, right? And why I'm saying that makes sense is because automatically that filters everybody with $1,000 account.
I have admission form. If you don't, this is if you don't meet up the targets, there's no need for us to talk, because you're just going to give me more stress with the one I'm already having. So I can have one client in 2 months. I'm comfortable with that than me having 100 clients pay me $50. That won't do me no good.
That's going to be more stressful on your end.
Because I've had this conversation with different brokers in Kenya. They invited me, like the FX Pesa, EGM, also Ingots. And the conversation we had was I should bring them students by signing up, and they give me a high-bid link. But I always tell them I'm not really interested in promoting any broker. Like, I want to build my own brand. And I don't want to build it like some grass to grace story. Well, not everybody have to have grass to grace story. I don't have grass to grace story. And if you're saying you want to be paying me $10, $20 of rebates, that's something I can easily call and my mom send it to me. So it is not something I'm really interested in.
Sure.
And that's why I never had, like multiple subscribers. Like they expect me to have 1,000 students, 500 students under me. Personally, I've just had like 12 students under me, and I'll tell you that I've made like $80,000 on just 12 students.
And they have also made good money.
I think you will still ask me, but when you do ask me, the question will be, how much is the biggest?
Yes, I will still get there.
Okay.
I'll
So
still get
when we
there.
get there, I will tell you a story about one of my students.
I like the confidence, to be honest. So normally when I source people to sit with, I like to take out my time. I go through their page, and going through your page, I realize that there is no too much noise. It's not about everyday posting charts, how you flipped this to that. It was more of I saw maturity there. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I think I want to hear this story. And I like the point where you said not everybody needs a grass to grace story.
Yeah,
Because especially when you're looking to sell to youth, Nigeria, now let me limit it to this. Everybody wants to hear, I started with one rice, now I own a restaurant. You know that story where everybody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
And when they hear that, oh no, I didn't start with one rice. I actually started with a bag of rice. Now they feel like they can't connect to you because they all think they have one rice.
Should I surprise you?
Okay.
I only have one Nigerian student.
I will not be surprised. I will definitely
Seriously, I only have one Nigerian.
because even why another reason why I will not be surprised is because Nigerians think paying you $8,000 to learn from you, or let's say even $10,000 to learn from. In fact, let's even say $1,000 to learn from you. They feel like that 1,000 is what is keeping you rich. Nigerians have that mentality,
Yeah.
right? You see people paying $100 to learn Forex, and they still argue that, oh, if you're making, I actually have that question here, right? If you're making all the money you said you're making in the Forex market, why collect money for mentorship?
I would say that has to do with environment. Because I have students in over 10 countries, and just one is a Nigerian, and that Nigerian is living in South Africa.
He's not even in Nigeria.
It's not in Nigeria. So it's about environment and let's say the mentality in that current environment, because majority of my clients are Germans, Americans. I had someone from Ohio, yeah, and that my clients from Ohio, we made the biggest amount of money together.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. All right. So give us like a roadmap, right? I'm getting into Forex. I'm new here. How would you, let's say you are to start again, how would you, without any knowledge now,
Okay.
how would you approach this thing? How would you even start? And mind you, you don't have money to pay for any mentorship.
I was going to work for a mentor. Maybe it will be a cleaner or something, because whatever took me a year can probably take you 1 or 2 months.
With a mentor?
Yeah, with a mentor. So get a mentor. I didn't get a mentor because I didn't find the one that aligned with me. And I can tell you, the only mentor that aligned with me is, I don't know if you've ever heard of Eric Picaske.
No, I don't think they have.
That guy is a role model and a mentor, and he doesn't know it to me. Eric, I met him online, he's from Costa Rica. But then his cost is £2,000 per year. And I only bought it for 1 year. And that's where I learned everything about Fibonacci expansion, PIBO, ABO, CBO, initial breakout, and all this stuff. And he only does swing trading. He doesn't do scalping or day trading. He only does swing trading and position trading. So he taught me how to hold trades for like 2-3 months.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's where the name Stock and Profits came from, because My wife was actually the one that gave me the name Stock in Profit. The initial name I chose for myself was Sam FX Goat.
Sam FX Goods.
FX Goat, yeah.
Oh, I know FX Goods, those two in South Africa, okay.
So when I opened my page, it was Sam FX Goat. But then there was the way we were progressing, and then my wife gave me the name Stock in Profit.
Because you kept staying in profits.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
I just didn't want to take out the position. If you have anything to do, I'd rather just withdraw like $100.
And the position is still running.
Yeah, it's still running.
That's crazy.
So I once held gold for like 3 months before, and recently I had a live IG call with E4C.
Yeah, I know E4C.
I showed him the trades I was holding. I've been holding GU now for, this is the 7th week. No, 8th week I've been holding GU.
8 weeks.
Yeah. 2 months.
Are you buying or selling?
I'm buying.
For the past 8 weeks?
Yeah.
This is swing trader.
So I love holding trades for long. I don't like looking for entries every day because I love to enjoy my life. If you check my page, I travel a lot and I go to very quiet places.
Yeah.
I go to greenery places. I go to a lot of resorts. That's how I love to spend my money. At least in a month, we go for vacation, just impromptu vacation. We just go for vacation.
I mean, if you're making money, why not? That's the point of making money.
Yeah.
Right? So you can live life.
Yeah.
Without having to worry about what's happening.
And all this I learned is from that Eric guy. Eric can hold a trade for months. And during those months, him and his wife, they're just having road trips to different countries. And he's not having position, he's not removing his position.
That is discipline. This takes a lot of discipline, actually. Because some people, even when the trade is in profit, they are all up on the chart looking for new positions, and drawing unnecessary line.
That's the stress I'm talking about. I like to keep my charts clean, but if you want to stress yourself, be checking your phone every day, and you know what stress is.
It is. I know. I trade, so I know what stress is.
Yeah.
And this has to come from a lot of discipline, right?
Yeah.
So how did you build this discipline?
My father.
Okay.
My father is a military man up till now. What was that his new position again? Yeah, he's a deputy commander of the whole Lagos State right now.
Deputy commander.
Yeah.
You're connected. I mean, you can literally shut down this whole building. I know it. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm telling you for free that with this level of connection, what you just need to do is make call and things are happening.
Yeah.
So you learned discipline from your father.
Yeah.
That's very good, and I like it. I like it, right? So what's like the biggest money you've made as a trader?
There's a story behind it, and the story was I met a guy. Actually, my wife met him, and he spoke to me. He's been trading for at least 10 years before he met me.
I didn't think so.
And then he said he liked my style of trading, but he only trades crypto. And I said, okay, I can teach him my style. And he paid. And then we did some classes together. And then he had the capital of $200,000. And in 3 months, because we held those crypto pairs for a long time, in 3 months, we grew $200,000 to $1.4 million.
That's okay. Okay. So in 3 months, you took $200,000 to $1.4 million.
The guy immediately, he bought a house in Ohio.
Why
He
not?
bought a Ferrari
Why not?
immediately.
That is the point of making money. I should not make money and I'm not living the life. Okay. I'm processing it. Okay, okay. What's the longest you've held a trade?
I think 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
You didn't close the trade for 5 months. I think I need you to explain to us, right? Because I've sat with a lot of traders. If you look at my YouTube channel, I have like DAX on there. I have a couple of them, and I'm not saying one person now. There's this general mentality in the market, and if you look at like the ones leading, I'm quoting leading now, the whole Nigerian trading space. There's this thing they do where they get into the market. You see, they are risking $5,000, but then they are closing the same trade where they tell you they are risking $5,000 on like $1,500 profits. I see it a lot. So sometimes I see that and I calculate. You told us you're risking $5,000 on this trade. That means your pips, you've calculated your stop losses.
Yeah.
You can risk 5,000. Then why are you closing the trade on $1,500? And they tell you that's how they make their money, right? So now if I'm seeing somebody that is holding one trade for 5 months, right? What is the psychology? How do you manage a trade, maybe like the first month, giving you like what, $50,000 profits, and on the second month, maybe 1 week later, you're like what, back to maybe 2K.
Yeah.
You are still holding it. It goes back to like 13K, maybe comes back to 4K. Then before we see a $52,000 again. How do you manage all of this volatility?
Just pack your bags, find a location, travel, go for vacation, and don't really stress about it.
So have you ever had, this is experience now, have you ever had like a trade do well, then later come back to hit your stop loss?
Yes.
And you're okay with that? You didn't hit yourself for not taking that profit?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, when they tell you trading requires discipline, I think this is a sample of what discipline means, right? And I understand it. So let's talk a little bit about your community now.
Okay.
What does your community entails? Like, what is there in your community? I mean, you've mentioned that it's $8,000 for lifetime.
Yes.
One-time payments.
Yes.
What are we?
There is a installment payment, but once you go through the admission form, you can either choose 1 time, 3 times for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a way I break it down like
There's a, okay. I mean, it's everything. I mean, they can always reach out to you. Anybody interested in that can always reach out to you, and you bring that down for them.
All right. I can say I'm a trend trader. Once I know something is going up, why do I need to come out and then look for entry again? That is the point of stress. It's like when me and my wife, you're trying to venture into now. I want to hold a single position for 5 years. And actually, I've not done it because the app I wanted to use is called Vanguard, and Vanguard is just for Americans, and I'm still trying to find my way around it. But then that is the next level for me. If you don't have an investor mindset, don't gamble. That's your hard-earned money. Except you are stealing it, you see. I know a guy called Forex Broker Killer. I think he loses millions in a day. That kind of stress can send you packing away from life at the age of 30-something or so, where you don't need it. But if you have an investor mindset, teach yourself how to hold a trade for 1 month. Just buy the whole candle. If you're selling, sell the whole candle. Don't close until the month is over.
That means your stop loss is going to...
My stop loss is around 100 pips to 200 pips. So,
okay, 1 to 2.
Yeah.
That means for every $10,000 you're losing, you're looking to make $20,000.
No, more. Because my pips target is always like 1,000 pips, 1,500 pips, 2,000 pips. Yeah.
I believe everybody watching, because I have like a good followers from trading Forex. I believe everybody watching understands why I am the way I am right now, because this is like the first time we're having to sit with the trader that is interested in holding a trade for 5 years, coming from or in a space where people barely hold trades for 30 minutes.
I see people catching 20 pips and I'm like, nah.
Exactly. There's a lot of them.
I would rather not check my phone. I can go do something else. I can play Xbox. Me and my wife play Xbox a lot. Play Modern Warfare, COD, or PES.
How much of what you do, how much has faith helps what you do? I mean, like believing. Are you Christian or Muslim?
I would say I'm a Christian.
Okay. How much has faith attributed in what you do? Are you a strong believer? Do you think God is in front of everything, or do you just think that life just happens to us?
Life does not happen to us, and you have to have some sense of faith. But then I'm not this fanatic believer because I go to church when I like. I would say all my years abroad, I only went to church like 3 times. Yeah.
All your years abroad, you've only been to church 3 times.
Yeah.
That's deep. This episode feel like an emotional one, because everything you'll be saying are things we can actually very, very much resonate with.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But at the end of the day, when you sit and you zoom out, you see that the things you're saying are things we know, but we are choosing to ignore. Do you get? Because when you look at your charts, you see that a trend is going up. You know that this thing in this month we're going to have like what? It's at $1 today or $1 today. By the end of the month, we're expecting $20. But then because you're looking to pick $1 to $2, $1 to 1.5, you keep losing and making, and at the end of the day, you're stressing yourself. But you're a believer that, oh, okay, I know it's going to move from 1 to 20. I'm just going to hold it from 1 till I get to 20.
Yes.
I'm not interested in whatever happens in between.
I can wake up today, see that it's down. I just tell you like, baby, it's down. Should we have cocktail? No. Now let's drink smoothie then.
Okay. I think I want to give your wife the accolade for that, because that has to do with that patience has to come from somewhere.
If you look at my lifestyle very well, I'm a very patient guy and I am very calm. I like everything very quiet around me, but even where I stay abroad, if the building is noisy, probably they are working on something, probably plumbing work, I can just carry my bag and go to a resort where I just have 12 hours of quietness, and we can be the only one in the resort sometimes.
I enjoyed this episode, to be very honest. I am mind opening, not just eye opening now, because this shows that there's more to do, there's more work to be done, and like you said, you are not in for a grass to grace story, but I feel like you should extend this as a kind gesture now, not necessarily for. You could just say, okay, I'm doing this for the new, because I saw you post where you said you're looking for 30-year-old boys. I think I read that.
Yeah, 18 to 5-year-old.
I know I saw that. So what was that?
Because I've been having range of such people message me, and I realized those ones from 18 to like 20, 24. What I do for them most times, I give them my ebook for free. And those ones from 30 to even 55, then I have time to teach you because I know you've made money, you're paying your bills. And when you check my academy in Kenya, we have men and women of like 60-year-old retired. We're working, they pay me and I teach them. If you check some videos online, majority of people in my classroom, they are very old people.
These are actually the people that can afford the kind of knowledge you're giving out.
Yeah.
Because 20 to 25, 30 are still, they still have this a lot of dopamine. They want to make quick money.
And they're always jumpy.
Exactly.
I don't like jumpy people around home. They make me agitated.
If only people from this, people viewing this can actually come in here and understand. Because when I met you downstairs, you're very calm. Like, okay, seems this guy is calm. Then at some point I was thinking, was it just you're meeting somebody for the first time, so
Yeah.
But then you're calm actually. You are very calm. You are very, very calm. And I can understand why you barely have what? Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, but I barely use it.
I think I see your post you've not posted up to 20 posts on Instagram this year.
No.
You've not made up to 20 posts.
No.
Because I think the one I saw where you were in one restaurant was like 2023. Was last year. And I can understand why. I can understand why. Because if you have the right knowledge, if you have the right information, you just need to sit down and keep doing whatever brings the money.
Yeah.
I just need to see, because with this having to hold a trade for long, people are not going to be interested in it. I am telling you, like a lot of people, not people now.
Yeah.
A lot of majority, because majority are looking for where they can put in $100 and take $1,000 in like tomorrow. So how what do you have to say to the young ones that are looking to like do that quick flip in Forex? What's like your advice or warning to them?
If you didn't deserve the knowledge, you shouldn't try to have it. If you want something to last with you, you should give it time. Time meaning on a daily basis, you nurture it, you don't try to kill it. What happened to people is they try to kill it on a daily basis. You already know this thing will take time to grow. But then you go there tomorrow and then you cut it.
We already know it will take time to grow, but then you go there and you cut it. This is a deeper person. Even for me, right? Being a trader this is actually a deep episode. And I like the fact that you are granting us this one. You're giving us this mind. This is from a place of experience.
Yeah.
Right? It's from a place of experience, not necessarily cock and bull story. These are not theory. These are practical lifestyles, right? And we really appreciate your time. We appreciate having you. And I didn't know you were coming with your wife. I wish I made proof.
She's my handbag. We're everywhere together. She's my handbag.
I would have made provision where three of us could sit down and be in frame. But if you're watching, just know that he's married to a beautiful woman. I'm not going to. Let me not say too much there before he starts. No, just apologies. So thank you very much for gracing us.
Thank you for having me.
It was really wonderful. And I'm going to be putting your handles in the description.
Okay.
For anybody looking to connect with you on a deeper level, maybe talk to you or something. So your description is going to be I think your Instagram, you're most active on Instagram, right?
Yes, just Instagram. My Facebook, I'm not very active. I only post when she forces me to post. No, Instagram, I just like Instagram.
So you don't have YouTube,
I have YouTube, but I barely post on my YouTube.
Why don't you make videos on YouTube? Make it at least something we can just be holding up to.
Yeah, I read a book. It's about Japanese culture. You know, some people believe Japan only exists because of the Edo people. And in Japanese business culture, if you've not done something for 20 years, you're still a failure. Or you should not count yourself successful.
If you've not done something for 20 years.
Yes. If you have a business and your business have not lasted 20 years, you're not really successful, because in Japanese culture, 20 years in business culture is just 1 year. A lot of people, I see that they wake up every day, they're just in front of the camera.
Yes.
They want to either create content, show out their flipping. You don't need that. if you really want to build something that will last forever, you don't have to jump in front of the camera every day and try to make content. Your life will only circle around that. And there is more to life that you can do. Me and my wife, I can show you on my phone right now. Our last withdrawal was $690,000. But I didn't, because of that, jump in front of a camera or
Start showing off.
or go to a car dealer or go to a boutique and start buying and showing off. No. Our plan is to probably meet some of the investors we've met that are creating the next generation of cryptocurrency, and we buy into it. If you can invest $1 million into something that is going to be as big as Solana and the rest, you should go do that. Look for that connection and don't circle your life around just trying to flip that $20, trying to flip that $100. When you meet people that are actually successful, because me and my wife, we've met a lot of successful people, they don't look at how much you have. Rich people, they don't look at how much you have. They look at your character, your demeanor, and your mindset. We've met someone that is worth over 100 million. But when you see him, he just calls you, Samuel, Mary, you guys want to have a dawa or tea? Is very simple. His kids are like 15-year-old and they use Range Rovers. He has her, what is it called? What is the name of that club? Squatch.
Okay, for sure.
He has a club for that. And
That's rich.
he is very rich. But when you meet him, he doesn't care that you have $100, $200. No. He just wants to sit with you for 5 minutes. And then the next thing, if he likes your character, your mindset and approach, he can literally tell you, let's meet at the golf club. That's how rich people think. But when you are jumpy, especially in front of camera, I don't think you will be meeting a lot of rich people because they hide from camera. The real wealthy people, they hide from camera. They don't want anything that is going to tarnish their image in front of the camera. We've worked with a guy from Dubai. His name is Shamik Raja. He owns Good Pesa. We are part of Good Pesa, by the way. This guy has Richard Mille and all that stuff. But the life the dog is spending, his dog is living, is more than a lot of big boys in Lagos. And here is one thing, he's very camera shy. He doesn't even want to come in front of the camera.
I mean, you are camera shy too. Because I took out time to look for a video of you. I was looking for a video of you to at least know the kind of person I'm about to sit with and all of those things. I couldn't find any. Is there any that I missed? Because I kept typing stock and profit and I was seeing a lot of videos that has nothing to do with you. I didn't even know the really. Thank you. I mean, this has been very, very eye-opening, like I said before. And I like the fact that when you mentioned that the rich people are actually off camera.
Yes.
Because we live in a time where a lot of persons think everything needs to be documented. Now I'm quoting documented because what they mean by document, yes, you can document your life, write it down, have like a timestamp in 2024 November, I did this and that. That is understandable. But what people do now is they put camera on their face for everything. And people don't know what to hold back and what to give to the public by them putting them in harm's way, sort of. You see people coming on, oh, how I made $100,000 from this trade. Not knowing that you are putting you in danger yourself because people are not happy With the fact that you're making $100,000 where I'm not making.
My dad always say, everything that has advantage
Has disadvantage.
has a disadvantage.
I agree.
Yeah. People have put their lives so much on camera that they don't see the disadvantage of it.
And it's going to affect all of us. Because I'm also a creator, so
You as a creator, you have a mindset of creating something that is long lasting and has
Yes.
longevity.
yeah.
You're thinking long term. And not everybody think long term. Some people just want to make that quick money and then bounce. But when you look at hold money, it's called hold money. Hold money. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a friend that always say that old money, new money. Old money, new money.
For me, I will relate my journey, my personality, and my lifestyle to old money. Because literally, we have money to buy a G-Wagon right now, but I posted G-Wagon in 2014. And this makes it a decade. And I'm still like, nah, it's not the right time.
And it's not like you don't have the money. You can't buy a G-Wagon, but you still say it's not the right time. Why do you say that?
Because it's going to blind me from a lot of things. You would think you've arrived and your money is still penny
Compared to
the people who I've met in my journey. No, I have not arrived, man.
So I'm really learning a lot, and I like the fact that you're willing to share all of this. So why haven't you gotten your G-Wagon even when you can afford it?
I don't think it's the right time. Because if I was fully based in Nigeria, I would say, okay, probably it's the right time. But I'm not fully based in Nigeria. So there is no need for me to actually even get a car.
So the environment actually matters in all of this.
Environment matters. People forget the need of having something. They just want to fulfill their wants. But everything has come, like there's a space that needs something and you fill up the space with the need. So if you don't need something, why get it?
Well, thank you very much for this wonderful session. And like I said, your handles are going to be in the description of the video for anybody that wants to reach out to you.
Thank you.
And you mentioned you have a free ebook for
Beginners.
Yeah.
So for anything age 18 to 25 that wants to start, I give them the course.
A free ebook.
Beginner course, yeah.
Okay. Maybe we could also get access to that so that we can put it in the description, maybe the link or something.
Yes.
So people can go and learn and enjoy.
Yeah.
And then when they want to like take their life more seriously now, they can reach out to you for
Yes.
mentorship and all of that. And I will say it again, I love the fact that the mentorship is not cheap. I love it. I am a very, very strong believer of not wanting to give access to everybody, because
Not everybody should have access to you.
yeah, if everybody have access, there's no value. I mean, diamonds are not for everybody.
Value is not value until value is value.
Hallelujah. Value is not value until value is valued. That's a beautiful one. That's your quote. Should we quote you? Or?
Yeah, you can quote.
Okay, that's a beautiful one. So thank you very much for honoring us.
I appreciate you.
It was wonderful having
Thank you for having me
on our set today. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to connect with Stock in Profit, that's the name I'm sticking with. Even though I know his name now, but I like the Stock in Profit. And thank you to our madam for giving us that name, because that's a place to stay, right? There's this thing I used to do when I started trading. I have it in my Twitter. You know, when they will say location,
Yeah.
my location is always in profit.
In profit.
So if you see my Twitter account, you see that location sign. The next tweet is in profit. So I am in profit. That's my location every time. So I love the name. Immediately I saw it, I was like, no, this is something I know I resonate with, right? So if you want to connect with him, if you want to learn from him, there's going to be a free ebook. We'll provide it in the description, or maybe we'll figure it out. Just check in the description if there's any link there for free ebooks. And if you want to follow him on Instagram, the Instagram is going to be in the description. and connect with him if you're looking to like actually understand how to make this money the real way, and not quick 20 pip here and there, losing your money and all of those. Because I know I've been there. I've lost a lot of money trying to chase 15 pips, and it has never made sense to me that somebody would be ready to lose $5,000 in the market but close the same trade with $1,000 profit.
That's
it has never made
comes in.
It has never made sense to me, because so I always ask why, if you're willing to lose 5,000 in this trade, why are you closing it in $1,000 profits? Why? It's not even a 1-to-1 risk to reward yet, and you've closed already. And you see them coming on Twitter posting, "Oh, I've made profits, blah blah blah," and all of those things. So that always never made sense to me. 20 pips, or especially on good, you see small 5 minutes movements. They are telling you close out, close out. Trade has not even started. Trade has not even started. But if it's working for them, I'm not speaking against anybody, please. This is just the fact that I'm sitting with somebody that shares the kind of mind I have, and that was actually one of the reasons. Let's not make this video long. That's something personal I said we were going to discuss. Okay. So do well to reach out to him on Instagram if you want to connect with him. That being said, bye for now. Thank you very much.
Peace.